Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for April 1st through the 7th. This is going to be a general reading for Leo's sun, moon, and rising around money, work life, family life, spirituality, just kind of whatever comes up. Everything except for love. I do the love reading separately in my channel, so I will have a link to the love videos in the description of this video so you can watch the love video after this if you would like. But this is going to be all the other important parts of life. And at the end of the video, I'm going to pull a manifestation card for a little affirmation to manifest money. Okay? A lot of you have been asking me for it. So that's what's happening this week, guys. Let's go ahead and see what your Monday, Tuesday has in store for you. Here's your Monday, Tuesday for Leo, Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we'll jump into the money card after. Ace of Air. And what a beautiful card this is, guys. This beautiful little Pegasus here. So this is some kind of breaking out of a negative thought cycle or a negative thought pattern, or maybe not necessarily negative, maybe just an old viewpoint or an old way of seeing things. I have heard some people call the Ace of Air or Ace of Swords like a truth card, and I guess that could sometimes be also some light is being shed on something, or you're being given new information that's helping you see a situation clearly. However, usually and intuitively, I feel in this situation, this is going to be more so about you making some kind of a breakthrough. Okay, I feel that and somehow you're having a revelation where you're connecting the dots about something, and you're like, whoa, holy cannoli, that's what's been happening here. And for a lot of you, it's some way in which you're figuring out what has been keeping you stuck. Some of you are realizing that somebody maybe has been a little bit sneaky with you, or withholding information, or some of you are beginning to see there might be some things happening behind the scenes at work that they're not necessarily sharing with people. So you might be seeing like the writing on the wall in some way, and you're beginning to like make preparations for yourself, or you're beginning to think about what you're going to do in terms of like, you know, a plan B if it comes down to that. You might just kind of feel, oh, well, they've been moving people around to different departments, and they've been training people to do other people's job, and it just seems like they might be getting ready to downsize, or just something like that might be happening where the universe is giving you a heads up, like, hey, look alive, get ready, something's coming. So you might be coming into a new way of thinking or approaching a situation. I do feel, though, that for the majority of you, you're thinking or figuring out a way to escape. This is what I'm hearing. These are the words I just heard. These are the words that Spirit just gave me. You're thinking of a way to escape soul-crushing boredom. Okay, some of you have been just bored out of your mind. Maybe you've been working a job that has just been purely excruciating, or maybe it wasn't always that way, but maybe it's been that way lately. Just you haven't had joy, and you felt stuck, and you haven't known how to get out of it, and some idea is just hitting you like a bolt of lightning, and you feel like you're like this Pegasus. You feel like you're getting these wings, and you're flying over this lightning rainbow, and you're flying through the sky freely, like onto better things. So a lot of you are feeling liberated or vindicated or just freed in some way. So I do think some of you are getting some idea of something that hadn't occurred to you before. And I think some of you, this is going to have to do with a career change. Some of you are finally figuring out how you can make some career change happen, and you're like, it's about damn time. But hey, be patient with yourself, because something is beginning to move forward. Your Wednesday, Thursday is Two of Air. So this is very funny. Well, not funny like ha 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 ha, but interesting. So you're having this big bolt of lightning hit you. You're having this epiphany, this revelation, and you know what to do. And then as it comes into midweek, we have Two of Air. And Two of Air is typically a card that indicates being afraid to take action. Like, you kind of know what you should do, but you're like nervous. You're like, I don't want to look at the future. I don't want to look at what might be ahead. I just kind of want to be this ostrich with my head in the sand and hope that it's going to go away. I always say this, and people don't like it when I say this, but it's the truth. To me, this is how I take the Two of Air card, because Two of Air is like, you're kind of like at this impasse, or you're just kind of at this point of not taking action. You know something needs to be done, but you're not wanting to deal with it. And to me, Two of Air comes in as a warning. To me, Two of Air is the universe saying, look, it's time to get moving if you don't want to have a tower moment, right? Tower moments can be difficult, even though they're going to lead us to something better. The transition that comes in the way that it does can be very overwhelming. It's very much like if you were on a diving board and you're like nervous and you don't want to jump into the pool and you're afraid of heights and you're like, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. And then somebody comes up from behind you and just like pushes you in because they've waited too long and the time has passed and you're getting pushed into that pool. And just that initial push is uncomfortable. The feeling of falling is uncomfortable. Splashing into the water, that cold shock can be uncomfortable. But then eventually you might, like that you're in the water and you might enjoy being in the water and you might like going for a swim, or, you getting out of the pool and going somewhere where you are going to be more comfortable. So eventually that push will lead us to something that's more comfortable for us rather than being stuck on that diving board forever. But that's what kind of happens with the tower moment. The universe gives us a chance. The universe gives us signs. The universe gives us signals. The universe says, this way, this way. All right, come on, time to get going. And if we don't get going, then somebody pushes us off the diving board. That's what happens. And so Two of Air is kind of that warning. That this is the time to begin taking steps. This is the time to begin taking action. This is the time to begin listening to your intuition and to the guidance that you're receiving. I do feel for many of you, this is going to be about work. I really do. And I think some of you are telling yourself, oh, well, let me just stick it out or let me do this. But if you see the writing on the wall, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. For some of you, this could be about a friendship. Some of you are realizing that somebody hasn't been on the up and up with you, or somebody's been doing something a little bit like kind of shady. And so the universe is trying to draw your attention to this and say, hey, you might want to pay attention to this person. You may not want to share too much personal information with them, or you may not want to trust them with your significant other, or like whatever it might be. There might be some kind of signs that are coming in where the universe is saying, pay attention to this person. There's something shady here, okay? So listen to that. Listen to the signs that you're being given. Otherwise, we have those tower moments, right? And those aren't fun, even though they're being done out of love, and even though they're being done out of way of getting us unstuck, they don't feel good. So if you keep moving, you don't need somebody to come in and push you off the diving board. Okay, your Major Arcana card, guys. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is the World, okay? So this is the successful completion of the project. This makes me feel, though, yet again, that your time at a certain place is up. Not in a negative way. I'm going to explain. Okay, so we might have certain friendships, relationships, jobs, because the universe takes us somewhere, because the universe wants us to learn something in that experience. It wants us to learn something from that friendship, or it wants us to learn something from the people or the interactions that we're having in that work setting, because there's some life lesson there. There's something there that's helping us to grow and to be a better person and to come into a better energy, or to just learn a certain lesson or a certain way of being. And the World card lets us know that you've finally learned that lesson, especially, my dears, if you're in a work situation or in a friendship situation where you feel like, man, oh man, have I been through this song and dance before, where they kind of treat you like crap, then they threaten you with these layoffs, then they, are shady with your paycheck. You got to double check your paycheck and make sure that they paid you for the right amount of hours, or, you know, whatever it might be, or they bully you, or they harass you, or you have this friend and this friend is being shady, or you're catching this friend lie to you, and you might feel like, man, this has happened several times before. But when we have things like that repeat, or cycles like that repeat, it's because, again, it's something the universe is trying to teach us. And good news, the World card says this is the time in which you finally figured it out. You've finally seen the light. And you know what? Ace of Air, this Pegasus, confirms that. Because you're having that bolt of lightning. You're having that revelation come in. I'm trying to move this lamp here so our little Ace of Air isn't so blurry or so bright. I guess it's not going to happen. All right. So that Ace of Air is coming in and basically giving us that confirmation that whatever you were supposed to learn, it's like mind blown. Like you figured it out. You're like in the Matrix and you're seeing how everything works. It's kind of like if any of you ever watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Charlie has that whole like chart in the mailroom of like how all the dots connect. This is this crazy little like intricate web, you know. So whatever it is, like, you guys are seeing the way that everything is coming together. You're seeing where the dots connect, and you're learning the lessons so that you never have to have that cycle repeat again. You never have to have that experience again. And you're going to be elevated. You're going to graduate into a better working situation, or into a better type of friendship, or better type of relationships. You're graduating. You're getting your wings. You're moving past that complicated lower vibrational energy. Okay, so some of you are really getting ready for like a big move, a big career change, a new group of friends. You know, it's going to be different things for different ones of you. This is a general reading. It's going to apply in different ways. So I think it's great to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, because those are also going to bring extra information in for you, depending on what you have in your moon sign and rising sign and in your planetary chart and the different energies that are affecting you personally. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do as well. Let's check out your money manifesting affirmation. The affirmation to manifest the moolah. The moolah. See what is going on with money, manifesting money. I love both of these decks because both of these decks come with affirmations. This deck here has a booklet, and each card has an affirmation, and they're really good. And then this money deck here is all about manifesting abundance, and they have the affirmations on the back. So let's see what the message is for Leo. Actually, here, I don't think I shuffled well. I want to do it this way. This way feels right to me. Okay. So, Leo, you got focus. Okay? Focus is your word. Focus is how you're going to be able to manifest more abundance. All right? The universe is trying to give you signs. The universe is trying to direct you. Don't allow the negative ego to distract you. Don't allow yourself to like just kind of procrastinate through distraction. Pay attention to the signs that you're being given and walk that line and stay focused, because if you do, it's going to pay off. If you do, it's going to bring you the abundance and the success that you're looking for. One of the things that I'm seeing is the stars are really jumping out at me. The stars are really jumping out at me, and they're kind of peeking over like this mountainous region. Again, these decks both are really great for reading intuitively, and I do read intuitively. So those symbols are jumping out at me. So this does make me feel that, number one, a lot of you are seeing that there might be a big or long, like kind of mountainous road ahead about making this leap that you're feeling guided to make. And so you might not want to look at it. Like, see, this creature here is like not wanting to face it. It's just kind of like, I'm not even paying attention to that mountain, even though those stars are like, you know, bright and colorful and kind of peeking out and jumping out like, hello, hello, we're here, come find us. It's like, I'm not looking, I'm not even going to deal with that right now, because they might be feeling like this is going to be too difficult, or, you know, I don't want to go up that difficult path. But hello, he's got wings, he can fly up there, and he's not even thinking about that. So the same way, some of you maybe are not paying attention to the skills, the intellect, the ability, the talents that you have that are going to make getting over that mountain very quick and very easy. It's not as intimidating as it looks, right? So focus on what needs to be done, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Trust and realize that you have the brain power and the skills and the talents that you need to make these changes and these shifts, and that you're being encouraged to make them at this time. Don't lose your focus. Let's see what the affirmation is. Affirmation is, I focus my logical mind to make smart, effective business decisions. Okay, so you can write this down, you can take a screenshot of it, and maybe begin coming into a habit for the next 7 days, where the first thing in the morning you wake up, you can say this affirmation to yourself. And the last thing at night before you go to sleep, you can say this affirmation out loud to yourself. And then it could be your mantra throughout the day. Like if you're feeling stressed out, or if you're feeling worried, or somebody's kind of writing you at work, you can go ahead and you can just kind of say this to yourself, quietly to yourself. And this can help kind of restructure your thinking, reprogram your thinking about yourself and your work situations. Some of you are not taking the steps that you're being guided to take because you're doubting yourself. You're worried about, oh, well, what if I make the wrong decision? What if I decide to do something that I'm going to regret later? Or what if I think it's going to be a good decision and it's not going to be a good decision? So by putting out that energy and putting out that manifestation about making smart, effective business decisions, you're going to program yourself to make smart, effective business decisions. You're going to go ahead and like do a little rewiring in that way. Okay, so this is going to be a really great positive affirmation for you. Both of these decks are really great for helping just kind of like reprogram the thinking, because like I said, they both come with a lot of affirmations. So you can click on the links in the description if you want to go ahead and check out those decks or get more info about them. All right, my dears, as always, like I said, check out the moon sign and rising sign videos too. It's going to bring extra information for your specific energy. If you would like a private reading, go ahead and click on the link in the description for Calendly, and it'll take you to the online scheduling. Guys, thank you so very much for hitting the like button, for commenting, for sharing, and for helping me get the video out there to more people. I really do appreciate it. And I'm really enjoying chatting with a lot of you in the morning. It's been really great to have those of you, my regulars who have been on chatting with me for the angel messages in the morning, every morning. That's been a lot of fun. So those of you who are able to make it, I'm enjoying it. If you can't, no worries, you can check it out later in the day, but be sure you check out the daily angel messages as well. And I thank you guys. I really, really do thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey and for being a part of mine. So I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. If I don't see you on the dailies, no worry. I will see you in next week's video. Thanks, guys. Take care.